Hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650 here, and welcome to another episode of Supercar Shopping here at Marshall Goldman Sales and Leasing. In today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about this big behemoth of an automobile. But before we do that, my good buddy Arthur is going to show us some pretty awesome and amazing Porsche automobiles. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, please hit the bell so that you can be notified when we upload new content. Well, this is a huge, huge automobile. Let's start off this segment with a smaller automobile. Plenty of room for me to get around this car. What's up, Arthur?
What's up, Eve?
We're here, back in the chilly warehouse again.
Chilly warehouse, looking at Porsche is my favorite.
Yeah, a fan favorite for a lot of the viewers too. Now we gotta explain to people when we start this thing off that the weather outside is pretty horrible right now. Yeah, we can take a look even.
Welcome to the snow and rain.
Look at that.
Dirty Cleveland.
So under these conditions, Arthur, we're not taking any of your cars out here for test drives.
Probably not safe, and the insurance company would probably not like us very much if we were spending $400,000 plus Porsches in the snow and sleet.
Yes.
I mean, I'd like to do it.
Right.
If they were mine or yours, I'm sure we could do that.
Sure. But having said that, in the spring and summer when this series is going strong, we can...
100%. We'll definitely get out and drive some cars.
That'll be fun, man.
Absolutely fun for both of us. We'll get to drive them.
Yeah. Heck yeah. All right, well, cool. So what are we going to talk about today? These are some pretty special Porsches here.
So these are definitely some special Porsches. These are some Porsches that that are near and dear to my heart and probably a lot of other viewers' hearts. So this is, most people can probably tell, this is a Porsche 911 Turbo. Mm-hmm. So it's a 97. What makes this special more so than any other 97 Porsche is this is a Turbo S.
Oh, okay.
So there was 183 of these produced. And that's not many at all.
Right.
The bodywork is a little bit different than most. So like a standard turbo, it wouldn't have the ductwork.
Okay. This actual function, is that actually functional?
It is functional.
Nice.
It cools down the rear.
Okay.
These came with yellow calipers, which was a trend for Porsche. So only the Turbo S993s came with yellow calipers. And the wheels, of course, have this sheen to it that I don't know if the viewers can pick up from the video, but it has like a pearlesque like sheen to the wheels.
Okay.
In the front, you had active air dams up here.
Oh, those are cool.
And towards the back, you had a special spoiler, which was wider. Again, more duct work. And then inside, this car, all the cars were optioned with carbon fiber, which back in '97 was a big deal.
Yeah.
So interior carbon fiber on this car, of course, covered the doors, covered the insides, Turbo S placards inside, and these were just amazing cars. And 993 was the last of the air cooled, which most people, including myself, consider myself I don't know, a weirdo would be the word, I guess.
Okay.
Why do I think they're the greatest? I don't know. They make really cool noises. They're air cooled, which is a really unique, fun thing.
Okay.
And what most people claim is the most purest. So the puristness of it, the purists that are out there that, want the best. So, you akin this to, a connoisseur piece. And this is for a Porsche collector that, wants that. They want a connoisseur piece. These cars continually appreciate.
Wow, a car that appreciates.
Yeah, appreciates, not depreciates.
Wow.
These cars currently are in the market anywhere from $400,000 on up.
What?
These cars new were a fraction of that.
This is beautiful. This is really nice.
The way the lines flow.
Yeah.
We'll show them the engine.
Okay.
There's not much to see, unfortunately, because it's tucked away inside. So
oh, wow.
Massive intercooler.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You have an oil cooler, and you kind of can see the lines. I don't know if you can see the lines that side or that side. So there's a massive oil cooler that goes up front because, again, you have to understand that there's no coolant in this car, air cooled. So there's no coolant in the engine. So the engine is cooled by air, hence air cooled. I know that sounds
okay. I got to stop you right there. So what happens if you're like in Arizona or Miami, Florida, and you're not moving, you're in traffic?
That's where again, that's where your oil coolers come into play. I mean, think about, in the bike world with a lot of your watchers being bikes, Harley Davidsons are air cooled.
Yeah.
At least they used to be. I'm not a bike guy, so I don't know. But so the same thing with bikes. I mean, they do get hot if you keep them in traffic too long. I mean, they're going to get hot.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, parked in 130-degree stop and go traffic in Scottsdale, Arizona,
Yeah.
and they're going to get hot. It's not good.
Yeah.
And if you look at the gauges, it actually gives you some gauges that most cars don't get. So you have your oil temperature, which some cars do have, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And then you have your oil pressure. And these is, you know, again, your oil levels.
Yeah.
So again, gauges that most new cars have, but cars of the era in 97, they didn't have them, but they were very important on air-cooled cars. They're gauges you had to watch.
Wow.
So again, these are cars that, you know, it isn't a, you have to know them to drive them. I mean, you can drive them by no stretch of the means, but
Yes.
it's not as easy to drive as the GT2 behind you.
This is a GT2, man. Now this car I know about. I've heard of this one.
These are amazing cars.
What the hell are you doing with the GT2?
Well, it's Marshall Goldman. We have everything.
Is it a GT2 RS?
It's not an RS.
Oh,
I wish it
okay.
was an RS, but
Oh,
it's a
okay.
GT2.
It's a GT2. Gotcha.
This was owned by Michael Fuchs or Fox.
That name sounds familiar.
Michael, and I'm sorry if he ever watches this, and I'm hacking his last name.
Yeah.
So he is a huge car collector,
Yeah.
so much so that Rolls-Royce has made him his own color. That's a
Wow.
purplish color. It's called, I forget, Rainbow Fuchs or Fox.
Yeah.
He's just a massive car collector. This was in his collection, which was kind of mild for him because he's known for outlandish colors, outlandish color combinations.
Yeah.
You know, an amazing guy. I mean, I've never had the personal chance to meet him.
Oh, it just makes
Oh,
it.
check that out. There's engineering.
Almost hit the Mercy.
So this one has, I believe, 200 miles or 300 miles on
Okay.
it. And it was a piece he bought to collect, and rightfully so. It appreciated, as most did.
Wow.
But, you know, a beautiful car.
is
This car
gorgeous.
was equipped with the RS seats. They call this the PO2 option. There was a PO1 option which didn't have the fixed buckets in them. These are fixed carbon back buckets.
This is a gorgeous car, brother.
Beautiful and fast, extremely fast. You know, but the problem is, you know, you have your two divisions of people in the car world, at least how I see it, and everybody again can have their own opinions. My opinion is there's two divisions. There's
Yes.
a division of people that are exotic car owners that like
Yes.
exotic, you know, they like exotic look, they like, you know, they like the flash, and then you have guys like me who, like, this to me is amazing. Like, it doesn't get much better than
Yeah.
this. You know, the GT2s, Porsches in general, it doesn't get much better. You know, I'm more of a type of guy that's going to buy an older Ferrari or a GT2 or something of that nature because, you know, I like the way they sound, I like the way they look. No different than somebody that is on the other side of the realm, buys an Aventador S or buys
That's
a,
me.
a
I'm more the
McLaren,
exotic side.
buys
Yeah.
a McLaren. I mean, everybody has their looks of things, but when I look at things like this, I will definitely have in my collection at some point.
I'd love to have this in my collection. I like that yellow one. Are they the same car?
They are the same car, except that one has 82 miles on it.
Wow, this interior is a little bit more my style here.
The interior's a little bit louder. It definitely had a lot of
Look at
options.
that.
This one was definitely very optioned out. The crazy thing with miles on these cars, this
Yes.
one also has a carbon fiber steering wheel. Fact,
No way, yeah.
which again, you gotta understand. We all need to understand that back in '97, carbon fiber was a big deal.
Yes.
It was not it was not a normal thing. Now, I mean, you'll probably get a Cobalt with carbon fiber on it.
Yeah.
So the crazy thing is with miles come price.
Yes.
So
Let's
this
talk
one-
about price.
This one is not priced, and this one's probably going to stay in a private collection, so we probably won't list this one.
Okay.
This car will probably trade for near $1 million.
$1 million bucks.
That car will probably trade for in the 400s. And they're the same
Wow.
car,
Yeah.
less miles, different options. Of course, yellow was a big deal. You know, I mean, speed yellow was a good option. You know, I mean, if you like yellow, I don't hate yellow.
Yeah.
I like it in this car.
I do too.
It's a beautiful car. You
It's
know,
gorgeous.
I will. Let's start it up.
Yeah, please.
Here again, there's not going to be some trumpet of exhaust noise or anything of that nature like a Lamborghini, but still music to my ears. And of course, the all-important 3 pedals.
3 pedals, yep. Yeah, you're right, Arthur. There's nothing really striking or resounding about that sound.
There's really not. I mean, it's neat to me because air-cooled cars kind of sound like a sewing machine, I guess, would
Yeah.
be the word. And it's just kind of a really cool sound. When you get them up to speed and get them up in the RPM ranges, they sing to you. You know, I mean,
Yes.
it's not a trumpeting Ferrari sound or Lamborghini sound. It's just different. It's I don't know. It moves me. I love these cars. I mean, these are what really got me into cars when I was a kid. I mean, the 911 were just something to me where everybody had pictures of Countachs. I had pictures of 911s.
Yeah.
And I love them. I've loved them ever since. I mean, I've owned the gamut of all 911s minus one of these, or a GT2. Those
Wow.
are kind of the ones I haven't hit yet. But
Yeah.
somebody out there wants to give me one, I'm all in.
You're all for it? Yeah.
I'm all in. I'll even pay the taxes on it. We'll be
Look,
good.
look at you, man, going all out. I love that.
Going all out.
Yeah. What the hell am I looking at?
You are looking at a 2007 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. I felt it necessary. If we were going to talk about some Porsches, we had to talk about some RSs, and my
Yes.
favorite RS is the GT3 RS.
Wow.
It's a race car.
It's a race car.
It's a race car. I mean, it's a street legal race car. These cars are amazing. Naturally aspirated, over 400 horsepower, and the nice thing is it revs at almost 8,500 RPM.
Wow.
So almost superbike territory.
Yes.
And they do that. Obviously, there's titanium rods inside and other things that make these cars very amazing. And this is yet again another end of a generation for Porsche, and not this year. Of course, the '09 was the end of a generation for the Metzger motors, and the Metzger motor has been around since the introduction of the turbo motor.
Okay.
And they've been heralded to be, you know, Porsche's bulletproof engine. Everybody has a bulletproof motor or bulletproof car or bike in their lineup. Porsche, it was the Metzger motor, and people just absolutely loved it. So towards the end of the 997 production, the 997.2 came out, and the .2s don't have the Metzger motor. Now, the .2 GT3s do have a version of the Metzger motor, but it's direct injected.
Okay.
But these cars are just amazing. There's really, I mean, you just look at them and you can tell that it's something special. From the ground effects, the front air splitters, you have vents up towards the front of the bumper. So this car, brand new, was $145,000. This car trades right now over 200. So it has 4,000 miles on it, but still, somebody's able to enjoy 4,000 miles and then cash a check.
Unbelievable.
And own a GT3 RS.
Wow.
So they came in a GT3, and then they came in the RS version. The RS is Rennsport for German, for, you know, sport. The RS is obviously started in the early 70s, and they've been a pinnacle part of Porsche's whole life. The RS models, and they've always been super special. And you can see why. I mean, they're beautiful. These cars came with Pilot Sport Cup 2s on them, carbon fiber rear wing. All the bodywork was lightweight. You could have optioned for a Lexan rear window if you wanted one. So
What the hell is that?
They would have pulled the glass out and put the racing Lexan glass in it, which saves 200 pounds.
Oh, wow.
But they're just beautiful. Center exit exhaust.
Oh, yeah.
And if you look at the first generation RSs, you know, those cars are going for millions of dollars. But if you kind of park this next to it, you know, the nice thing about 911 is they really don't change.
Yes.
You know, they kind of really stay true to what they are.
So we got the battery charged.
We have the battery charged.
All right, so now we get our sound test.
Let's do it.
Wow. Thumbs up. I like the way that sounds.
It's an amazing sounding car.
Yeah. It's a lot different than that air-cooled one you started back there.
Well, yeah, so a lot different of an engine. They're both flat sixes. Obviously, this car, it revs higher. It was made for track use.
Okay.
So the exhaust is different. Different setup on the exhaust, lower restrictions.
Yeah.
And of course, you get the famous flat six fog back there because the oil sits in the pistons.
Oh, is that why that happens?
It pools.
Okay. And the battery's up front. It's a huge battery, man.
The battery is up front.
Yeah. It's kind of large, isn't it?
It is, well, I'm a big guy, so, I mean,
Yeah.
it seems average. But no, yeah, it's a bigger battery. A lot of electronics on this car, which the original GT3 started in 2000 and, well, stateside 2003. And the original GT3, of course, was, which we don't have, was a 996 variant. and it was extremely well. Very little, I don't think, if any, computer controlled traction control. Kind of like a Widowmaker, you know. Of course, the 911 Turbo originally was considered the Widowmaker because people died in them. I mean, you had all this power and the rear engine hanging over the back wheels and going into corners. I mean, you lose control. Wow. There was no ABS. There was no traction control.
Sure.
The 996 GT3 was very similar. A lot of accidents in them. They were very much a track car. And a lot of these cars, so this car, definitely the RSs have a lot less sound bending material in them, so you're going to get lots of noise. So you're driving down the road, you're going to hear things, you're going to hear the tires, you're going to hear all of the exhaust inside.
Yeah. No
rear seats in the RSs or any GT3. The spoilers we have right here are adjustable, so you can adjust the tension on the spoiler.
Oh, cool.
When I say tension, you can adjust the pitch of the spoiler. And just an amazing car. A massive land yacht.
Yes.
So this is a Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead coupe or coupe.
Wow.
Not very many were made. This, of course, was based off of the original Drophead, which was convertible. So the interior of these vehicles are just Rolls-Royce.
The smell is just silly. It smells great. Oh, wow. Wow.
For people who don't even want to get their hands dirty closing their own car door.
Please tell me it has some sort of sensor so that if a little kid's hand was there, it wouldn't destroy the hand.
Let's hope. Let's not test it.
Right.
These were heavily stolen all the time. So what happens now is that...
Oh, yeah. Oh, it goes away.
So you try to steal it, and it sinks away.
Nice.
And then, of course, you have to cycle through the car again. You can actually make that so that it goes down all the time.
Wow.
So now she's down and hitting. And then if we unlock her,
there she is. Hi.
she comes back out. So that is called the Spirit of Ecstasy.
Hi, Spirit.
There is very many things surrounding who the Spirit of Ecstasy is. Some will say that it was the wife. Some will say that it was the fiance or mistress. I don't know the real... I'm sure that somebody out there has figured out who the Spirit of Ecstasy was.
Yes.
It's just amazing that, still on every single Rolls-Royce, these are handcrafted. So Rolls-Royce will only use bull hide.
Oh.
And the reason for that is that bull hide doesn't stretch like cowhide stretches.
Okay. So they only kill men, huh?
They only kill men.
Nice.
No females harmed in the making of a Rolls-Royce.
Well, that's good.
Well, right, yeah. The English definitely have something going on. Okay, I got to get in and press the button now, too, because it's just,
please do.
Because it's just...
And I've got to test the hand. I'll leave my hand here.
You keep your hand.
Yeah, just for a little bit. No, there are no sensors. We just did a Mythbusters on that. No sensors.
Somehow I think that would have ended very badly.
Yes. Well, thank you, Arthur, for this week's installment and hanging out with me, man.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it next week.
We'll see you Monday.
Later, man. All right, so that's my good buddy Arthur. We're here at Marshall Goldman. A fantastic episode of Supercar Shopping. We learned a lot about Porsche. A lot of stuff that I didn't even know. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Porsche, whatever it is. We learned a lot about it. And so next week, he's going to show us another example of a very exquisite automobile from Porsche. So that should be very exciting. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, make sure you click that bell so that you can be notified when we upload new content, which is all the time. Stay tuned for more videos. And as always, thanks so much for viewing. We'll catch you next time. Supercar Shopping.